think this is going to be the final test run I'm doing. Alright, everyone. Alright, at least it's in proper working order, right? Relatively speaking, so it's pretty much 2 to 10. So for the troubleshooting and getting everything up and running on Linux, great, right? Because the other one wasn't working. Alright, so I've turned off every noise, the AC. Okay, so there's still some noise occasionally, but just to make sure we get everything up. Alright, so let's just start on into, I'll probably be eating some fries and some hot sauce. So, alright, whatever. Yeah, okay. The tricky part of this is going to be the editing, because obviously Adobe doesn't work on Linux. It only works on Windows and Mac. So they're probably going to be up until like 7 in the morning still getting all this out. So great. All right, let's start in season 2, episode 2. Right, it's just after the blood and cheese thing, right? So let's just start on that. Also a call upon. I've already seen this. Okay. Alright, so they're calling in everyone, right? So did they actually find blood and cheese? The former goat cloak and the rat catcher.
Where were you? The Lord commanded my king's guard. Dragonstone. There she sits across the way on her rock, laughing at me. She's fucking laughing at me!
Is it the rat catcher? Oh, it's the gold cloak. Oh, well.
I'll kill him myself.
Huh. Shouldn't have given the remains to the dog. So do they actually have like the prince's body in that, or is this just where they just like go around with an empty casket in case someone does something else, or that way there's no actual possible room for desecrating a corpse, right? So it's just like an empty coffin or casket, right? Well, I mean,
I was hired by Damon Targaryen. He paid us half now. Half when the job is done. A rat catcher. Employed by the household. I don't know who's right now.
so did they just cut back to the funeral march? Oh, they stitched it back up. What did they use for preserving corpses back then? I doubt they had formaldehyde or any other plastic or polymer, right? Oh, well, I mean, I don't get it. Oh, is that, it's sort of like the thing that's gonna happen where, yeah, the town's gonna be in ash, right?
And they are accusing me of having a hand in this.
It appears so. There have been messages sent to that effect.
Yeah, it still works pretty well. I'm so surprised. Yeah, so, alright, so we're back, after transferring the, well, what you need to transfer, right, the file and deleting the trash and everything. It actually had around 20 minutes worth, so it's pretty good. So we should have maybe 3 files, right? We're slowly reducing this down as, I mean, you're probably going to end up reinstalling Linux anyway, right? This specific version of Linux either way. Because maybe some of the partitions weren't added correctly. Well, that's pretty much how you ended up windowless. But even then, it probably wouldn't have mattered. But even if you didn't get that partition, right, it would have mattered for later, for when you're trying to edit this on Adobe, which you're still paying a subscription for. So, yeah. So I'm shocked that you can still sort of hear it, right, when the possible neighbor above is being a jerk, right? But I'm surprised that it doesn't register the same way on here. You found capturing the smallest bits of sound, you figured it would have picked up those noises, as they are substantial. All right, so let's just get back into this. Probably go back a little bit, because again, just to take into account the margin of error, or rather the reaction time that it took to notice that your disk space is full. So maybe 2 to 3 might do it. There we go.
Of Prince Lucerys was a shock and an insult. A mother so aggrieved might naturally seek relief and retribution.
Are you suggesting, Sir Alfred, that my grief drove me to order the decapitation of a child?
I merely thought, perhaps, an action taken in haste.
Mind yourself. Cannot be responsible.
Of course.
Yes, but before that, you sought to lead a council of war while I labored alone in my bedchamber.
This is going on for way too long. This the writing is not as good as Game of Thrones, but it's okay, I guess. Except in houses where this is dragging on. Yeah, the pacing is still off, right? This is going on for way too long, and then the other stuff doesn't go on for long enough, and just weird cuts for some reason. Were they trying to do like sort of a parallel thing, like in pretty much the ending of season 6, right, where Cersei burns down the not the Red Keep, the Faith of the Seventh, right, and it's cutting back between everyone getting ready, and it all melts together, right, where Lanso, right, follows the child, and at that point seeing what's happening, and it's paralleling to the one. Did they try to do that with like the sort of funeral march thing, but it just didn't work out, right? Because it's sort of like they tried to do that, but then maybe halfway through they changed their mind, and sort of that's why you got that weird cut. Well, at least they have some dialogue, right? They didn't really have any dialogue last season. Oh yes, I mean, we've all read, or at least have seen like those extras of the Dance of the Dragon, so. And of course they start in the shadows just to save money on the render time, right? Right, minimal dragon. Right, he's coming up from upstairs, so this is way after him probably macing the goat cloak. No, come on, you don't even have some words for it. Well, I mean, yeah, could they not write something? Like, they probably would have only been able to catch blood and cheese sooner, right? But I doubt he would have been able to stop it, right? If they truly snuck in. I mean, unless he was literally lurking right about the outside, right? Of course not. Exactly. So someone was supposed to be guarding, right, Helena? So who was supposed to be guarding them? And why wasn't that person? Yeah, why wasn't that person found? I mean, they probably were. I mean, they're not gonna go. They were still getting other people saying, well, the negligence that happened, right? That happened due to them being negligent, possibly, right? Is he accusing him of having a hand in the murder? Wait, did they just leave? My brother would be brother, right? Well, it's pretty much. But yeah, I mean, he's giving you an impossible task. So is he blackmailing him, saying if he doesn't take on the impossible task, he's gonna accuse him of disloyalty? as he's already done, but not against the king.
That he seeks to murder me in my bed. He's afraid of me.
As well he should be. The boy is growing into a man.
Not him.
I don't get it.
Marketing unfair.
Now we're shifting to peasants. For something that's House of the Dragon, they spend a lot of time lately with no dragon. Alright, so we started this back a little bit, because why not? Alright, so we started this back. There's absolutely no reason. Maybe I haven't slept well. So we should be out very soon. So as Rainey's and Melee blanket, it's a Kristen calls two other dragons rose. Vagar, dragon fought dragons, and a second son, Blossom, Sunfire, the most magnificent dragon in the world. Did he try?
He said he carried his child. Not everyone found the jest funny. Then they set it all aflame.
Well, yeah, that's why you don't play.
The high tower, I can only assume.
Some of the shrubbery looks like it's been rendered. Are these people that have been found who have known about the plot? So did they get cheese? Oh, yeah, it looks like they did. Oh no, the dog. So they couldn't figure out which rat catcher actually did it. Oh, some of them worked for Otto. Oh no. You could hear a bit of Dr. Connors. Yeah, there's termination for this. I'm sure he'll get his position back eventually, right? So is it not Eric? Is it Arak at this point? Or is it the ship that's gonna be the confusion? I hate how predictable. Didn't they get like new armor?
Your Grace! Which is Eric?
Eric.
Forgive me.
I mean, I'm sure he knows, given how many rat catchers, right? We're probably under his employ. Yeah, I don't think it takes it away. They're still ducking. Is that a thing that they have? I hate this. I hate them. No, no. Are we getting that Damon Amond battles? Oh no, we're getting Melees and Rainies. Okay, so yeah, I'm cutting it off. It's like probably what, midnight at this point. Alright, I'll see everyone when I finally upload this or get around to editing this, and the way it's gonna have to be because I don't have access to Adobe on Linux. Alright.